Did you know that over 60% of adults report feeling lonely on a regular basis? A startling statistic, wouldn't you agree? Yet it seems that loneliness is an inseparable part of the human condition, an ever-present companion on our journey through life. Throughout history, this constant companion has shaped leaders, inspired explorers, and challenged our understanding of self. Consider the likes of Napoleon Bonaparte, exiled and isolated on the remote island of St. Helena, or the Dalai Lama, who turned his forced solitude into a global platform for peace. Picture lone explorers like Ernest Shackleton using isolation as a catalyst for leadership and courage amidst the harsh Antarctic environment. Envision the hermits and ascetics seeking deeper connections with the divine in solitude, or reflect on the new types of isolation we face in our hyper-connected digital age. Join us as we uncover how different eras and cultures have approached and overcome loneliness. Imagine Napoleon Bonaparte, once the most powerful ruler in Europe, facing years of isolation on the remote island of St. Helena. Stripped of his power and his empire, he found himself alone, surrounded by the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. Yet, rather than succumbing to despair, Napoleon turned his exile into an opportunity for introspection. He spent his time writing, reflecting on his past actions and decisions, shaping his own historical narrative. This period of solitude allowed him to examine his life from a different perspective, crafting a narrative that would outlive him and influence generations to come. Now let's shift our gaze to the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas. Here we find another leader in exile, the Dalai Lama. Forced to flee his homeland in 1959, the Dalai Lama found himself in a strange, unfamiliar land. But much like Napoleon, he did not let his circumstances define him. Instead, he transformed his exile into a global platform for peace and spiritual understanding, reaching out to millions around the world. Despite their vastly different backgrounds, both Napoleon and the Dalai Lama share something in common. They used their solitude for personal growth. Their time in exile was not spent in idle despair. Instead, they used it as a period of reflection and self-improvement, a chance to reassess their values and beliefs, to redefine their identities. These leaders show us that solitude is not necessarily a curse. It can be a powerful tool for self-discovery, a chance to look inward and examine our lives with a critical eye. It can be a catalyst for change, a spark that ignites a process of personal growth and transformation. So, the next time you find yourself alone, remember Napoleon on his remote island. Remember the Dalai Lama and the snowy Himalayas. Remember that solitude can be a fertile field for resilience and reinvention, and who knows, you might just discover something new about yourself in the process. Now consider Ernest Shackleton, whose expedition to Antarctica turned into an epic battle for survival. Shackleton's voyage was one marked by unrelenting isolation, in one of the most extreme and desolate environments on Earth. Yet rather than succumbing to despair, Shackleton transformed his solitude into a catalyst for leadership. In the face of adversity, he maintained the morale of his crew, kept them united, and, against all odds, ensured their survival. Shackleton's story is a testament to the power of human resilience in overcoming loneliness, even in the harshest of circumstances. Let's shift our gaze eastwards towards the wandering Venetian merchant Marco Polo. For over 2 decades, Polo journeyed across the vast expanses of Asia, venturing into territories unknown to his contemporaries. Often he found himself alone, a stranger in foreign lands, yet rather than being deterred by the loneliness, he embraced it. His solitude became a source of wonder and discovery, opening his eyes to new cultures, innovations, and landscapes. His travel accounts expanded the known world, broadening the horizons of those who dared to venture beyond their own borders. Shackleton and Polo, 2 lone explorers from different eras, faced similar challenges of isolation and loneliness. Yet they both found ways to turn their solitude into a source of strength and inspiration. They didn't allow their loneliness to hinder their journeys, but instead used it as a tool for discovery and leadership. Their experiences serve as powerful reminders of the potential that lies within solitude, of the opportunities it holds for personal growth and transformation. These explorers teach us how solitude can broaden our horizons and strengthen our resolve. Their stories encourage us to view loneliness not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a companion on our journeys, a catalyst for discovery and growth. They inspire us to face our loneliness, to embrace it, and to use it as a stepping stone towards greater understanding and self-discovery. In many cultures, the search for wisdom and enlightenment often passes through the path of solitude. Let's take a journey through time and space to the deserts of ancient Egypt, where Christian hermits like Saint Jerome chose a life of solitude. In the silence of the wilderness, they sought a deeper connection with the divine, using their loneliness as a crucible for spiritual growth. Half a world away, in the bustling cities and quiet villages of India, sadhus renounce all worldly ties. These ascetics embrace seclusion as a means to spiritual liberation, finding in their solitude a path to transcend the ephemeral and touch the eternal. Their lives are a testament to the transformative power of solitude, a vivid illustration of how loneliness can be a catalyst for profound self-discovery. These traditions reveal how solitude can be a portal to self-knowledge and transcendence. The digital age has radically transformed our experience of loneliness. We've gone from a world where solitude was often a product of geography or circumstance, a world where distance was a tangible barrier, to a world where we are only a click away from connecting with others. Yet paradoxically, this hyper-connected society has birthed new types of isolation. We now face loneliness not from being physically alone, but from feeling emotionally disconnected, despite our digital connectedness. The screen, which promises connection, often magnifies our solitude, making us feel more isolated than ever. Yet this is not an indictment of technology, but a reminder of its double-edged nature. It's a call to use technology mindfully, to foster genuine connections rather than shallow interactions. History shows us that, regardless of the era, loneliness is a constant challenge, but also an opportunity for growth. From Napoleon to Shackleton, from hermits to 21st-century citizens, the lessons of solitude are universal. It's a test of resilience, a sharpener of minds, and a path to unexpected discoveries. Whether through the lens of exiled leaders, lone explorers, ascetics, or the digital age, we've seen how solitude can be a powerful tool for growth and transformation. It's not just about overcoming loneliness, but embracing it, learning from it, and using it to our advantage. We invite you to share your own experiences or reflections on this topic in the comments below. See you in the next video.